Rivers. They are the storytellers of our planet. They carve the land, shape civilizations, and quietly sustain life. Across the world, great cities have risen beside them. From the ancient banks of the Nile to the winding arteries of great modern cities, rivers have always shaped the way we live, the way we build, and the way we dream. But in many growing cities, these lifelines are forgotten, neglected, polluted, pushed to the margins of human life. Here, in the highlands of East Africa, in the heart of Ethiopia, a city is rediscovering its rivers. A city is remembering its source. Long before this city existed, before roads, towers, and modern rhythm, there was water, flowing quietly through the highlands, carving valleys, feeding forests, sustaining life. And high above what is now Addis Ababa, on the slopes of Entoto, a journey once began. In the late 19th century, Empress Taitu Betul descended from these mountains, drawn by something extraordinary: natural hot springs at a place known as Filwuha. It was here she saw possibility: warm waters rising from the earth, lush landscapes, and a climate unlike the cold heights of Entoto. And so, a decision was made. A settlement was founded. A city was born: Addis Ababa. But as the city expanded, its rivers were forgotten. Buried beneath waste, cut off from daily life, they became shadows of what they once were. What were once clear, flowing streams became channels of waste: industrial discharge, urban runoff, uncontrolled dumping. Slowly, relentlessly, the rivers were overwhelmed. Communities settled along their banks, but not by choice. Without sanitation, without safety, without dignity. Flooding became common. Disease spread easily. The rivers became barriers, places to avoid rather than embrace. A city disconnected from its lifeline. But transformation begins with vision. A bold idea emerged, not just to clean the rivers, but to reimagine them, to restore nature, rebuild communities, and reshape the identity of a capital city. This is the Entoto to Peacock River and Riverside Development Project. It follows history, it follows people, and it follows hope. This is not simply a beautification project. It is an ambitious effort to transform Addis Ababa into a symbol of prosperity, reclaim natural resources and use them wisely, improve the lives of its residents, and position the city as a global destination. But perhaps most importantly, it is about restoring a relationship between people and the rivers that sustain them. Our journey begins where all rivers must, at their source, here, in Entoto, in places like Chefe and Mekateha. The restoration starts from the land itself. Before water can flow cleanly, the earth must be healed. Across vast areas, degraded land is rehabilitated, invasive species like Bahir Zafsh are removed, and native vegetation begins to return. Ancient wisdom meets modern engineering. Terraces, inspired by the legendary agricultural systems of Konso, reshape the slopes. Stone by stone, they slow erosion and hold life in place. Gabion walls rise. Retaining walls stabilize the land. Each structure carefully designed to guide water, not fight it. A fruit park spreads across the landscape, where visitors walk among trees that nourish both body and land. Nearby, the Chefe Stadium stands, a gathering space for sport and community. Camping sites emerge beneath the forest canopy, inviting people to stay, to listen, to reconnect. Hiking trails wind through the hills, guiding footsteps along ancient paths, while rock gardens blend art with geology. Along the slopes, gazebo cafes offer rest, and above them, a hilltop fountain restaurant rises, where water, architecture, and view become one. Scattered across the terrain are symbols of identity. Statues of Ethiopia's legendary athletes standing as reminders of endurance and excellence. Rock-hewn sculptures carved into the earth itself, telling stories of culture and time. Hanging cafes and shops suspended along the landscape create a sense of wonder, while carefully designed viewpoints frame the vastness of Addis Ababa below. But this place also remembers. Monuments rise in honor of the mothers of Entoto, women who for generations carried firewood down these slopes, sustaining the city with their strength. Nearby, another monument pays tribute to weaving mothers, guardians of tradition, creators of culture. Glass viewpoints extend into the horizon, offering breathtaking perspectives where sky, forest, and city meet. Police stations ensure safety, quietly integrated into the landscape. And through it all, the river begins its journey. As the river descends, it enters the city. And here, the transformation becomes visible. What was once neglected land is now reborn. Landscaped riverbanks, tree-lined corridors, man-made lakes emerge, gentle weirs regulate water flow, fountains rise, and at night, water dances in choreographed light shows. The river is no longer hidden, it is experienced. Walking paths, running tracks, cycling lanes, bridges reconnect communities. Pedestrian crossings, vehicle bridges, elegant walkway structures, even tunnels allow movement beneath the city's busiest arteries. Architecture along the river tells a story of identity. A building shaped like a clay pot echoes Ethiopia's deep-rooted traditions. Nearby, shops inspired by Akinbalo forms bring cultural symbolism into modern design. Memory, history, and human stories. Along the river's path, history is not forgotten. The Kechene Orphanage Center stands, a place of care and resilience. Nearby, burial grounds remind us that this land holds memory as much as it holds water. The river now becomes a place of gathering. A boat-shaped restaurant rests along its banks, inviting visitors to dine beside flowing water. The Ethio-Korea Soldiers Memorial Park, now renovated, stands nearby, honoring a shared history of sacrifice. Riverside pastry shops open onto shaded seating areas, while integrated parking facilities make access seamless. A modern river demands modern access. Multi-level parking systems, car lifts connecting underground spaces, dedicated car and bicycle parking, fuel stations, electric vehicle charging points, a future-ready city built along ancient waters. Bridges define this landscape, where a children's maze invites exploration. But a river is more than infrastructure, it is life. In the area surrounding Ras Makanan, a coffee park emerges, celebrating Ethiopia's most iconic heritage. Nearby flows the Ras Makanan the stream, quiet, historic, essential. And here, sitting proudly, is the statue of Tsegeye Gebremedhin, a voice of Ethiopia's soul, watching over a river reborn. Life along the river is active. Multi-purpose stadiums, tennis courts, skate parks, basketball courts, futsal fields, indoor gyms, chess areas where minds compete. For families, children's playgrounds, daycare centers, changing rooms, washrooms, public bathrooms, a complete ecosystem of recreation and well-being. Here, commerce meets culture. The Arada Luxury Mall and Addis Grand Mall rise along the corridor, bringing new life to the urban economy. At Arada Park, the transformation is fully realized. Fountains rise into the air, a man-made pond reflects the sky, an amphitheater hosts life in performance. Children play freely, runners and cyclists move in rhythm. Art completes the transformation. Mosaics embedded in pathways, sculptures telling stories, decorative installations. The Ambassador Park is renewed. Its walking bridge reconnects space, inviting people back into a place once forgotten. Symbolic core. And here, at the heart of the river's transformation, stands the Back to the Origin statue, a reminder that progress must always remember its roots. Nearby, the Riverside Museum tells the story of this journey, from neglect to restoration. And finally, the river arrives at Peacock Park. Here, nature and imagination merge. A wildlife safari unfolds within the park, bringing visitors close to nature. A crocodile zoo introduces an element of awe and curiosity. Man-made lakes shimmer in the light. Fruit shops line pathways, offering refreshment from the land itself. The vision continues to expand. An Africa water park, developed by Kariftu Resorts and Spa, promises water-based adventure. Private sector collaboration shapes the future, blending lifestyle, leisure, and innovation. Beneath the beauty lies complexity. Advanced drainage systems, water pipelines, flood control infrastructure, all working silently to sustain what is seen above. Community impact. But the true measure of any transformation is not found in concrete or steel. It is found in people. For years, the communities along these rivers lived in difficult conditions. Unplanned settlements, limited access to sanitation, constant exposure to pollution. The river was not a source of life, but a source of risk. Today, that reality is changing. Cleaner water means healthier communities. The removal of waste and proper drainage systems reduce disease and restore dignity. Air improves, green spaces expand. Children can play safely beside the river. What was once avoided is now embraced. Public space is powerful, and here it is being returned to the people. Walkways invite movement. Parks encourage gathering. Riverfront seating creates moments of rest. Communities once isolated are now connected. Bridges do more than cross water. They connect lives. Opportunity follows transformation. Cafes and restaurants, small businesses, local vendors. Tourism begins to grow. Visitors arrive to experience the city. Jobs are created, and a new urban economy takes shape. But perhaps the greatest change is something less visible, a shift in identity. The river is no longer something to hide, it is something to celebrate, a symbol of what is possible when a city chooses renewal. And as the river flows onward, it carries with it not just water, but a new story. From the Ntato forests to the heart of Addis Ababa, to the calm of Peacock Park, This river has been reborn. Once polluted, now restored. Once forgotten, now celebrated. Because when a city returns to its rivers, it returns to itself. And Addis Ababa is flowing forward.